I just got myself squared some boards up, did a little puttying on these. We're going to build it used to be called a jelly cabinet, a bread cabinet. It could be, I'm going to call it a garden cabinet. When you get out there and you do harvest your everything, you know, your garden, you need some place to put it. And so I'm going to go ahead and make this nice little garden cabinet. And I haven't decided if I'm going to put doors on it or maybe just baskets in the shelves. Not sure yet. I like the way that last bench turned out. The colors really popped on that. I have some of that paint left, so I'm going to go ahead and get that done. I got another outhouse I got to build. Toilet paper dispenser. Got one of those on order. Got another coffee table I got to get done. That's on order. So anyway, we got a whole lot going on. We'll get these videos edited. I'll get some good shots making this other video. Kelly's got a table that's done. I want to put that video together, and we'll catch up with you soon. We're gonna go ahead and get started cleaning up everything first. Get the projects out of my way that I'm not working on. I'm not happy with that paint job yet. I still gotta do a little bit more on that. Went ahead and got the hinges for this. Probably should go ahead and knock that out. Wouldn't take much. Get that done. Went to my local Hobby Lobby store. That's the best place for me to find. Source these nice little hinges here. Y'all have the better source, let me know. This is the door latch. Quite honestly, they were 99 cents. I think that was a pretty fair price. They put 3 in a package. And look at that, I lied. There's 4 in there. I just couldn't see them. Well, then I apologize, I was wrong. They're thin enough, I might not even need to recess them. So it's just putting on hinges. There's no need for you to watch that. I'm going to go ahead and shut this off and figure out how to do this, and then we'll do something else. There's not a lot to talk about when we're doing this one here. I already have how to make a cabinet basically on the last couple of videos we did with the mantle cabinet. Same concept, do the front. I paint the insides first because it's much easier that way before you put it together. Front's real simple, glue it, staple it, paint it, and I'll come back and fill these holes in later. So you got the 2 pieces, whatever size you want them to be, then you cut your pieces that connect them together. This one I put a narrower strip on the back, and then the front I'll have pieces like that in there. Again, you're going to go ahead and glue it, staple it, make sure your staples aren't longer than your wood. Same thing with your screws. In this case they're 1/2 inch, so I'm going to need an inch screw. And even then, I still might have to grind down the tips later on. And then another piece goes on the back, on the bottom on the note to remember. On the bottom ones, so they're going in, one in the front, one in the back, it's connecting it together. You want to make sure these are the same size because you're going to be putting your shelves on top of this. So top of them, it don't matter, so you can use a thinner piece of stock, back, front. stuff everywhere. We took time out for our $10 Tuesday shopping extravaganza. I'm gonna so win this. Check out this little pedestal hideaway table. $5. I really love just everything about it. It's pretty cool. I got to do a little work on the top. Somebody done put some nail holes right through the darn top of it, but you know what? That's okay. That's the whole challenge of it. Now she's got a couple tables too, and I know about it, but mine's going to turn out much better. Also, now she probably want to go through this later, but I'm just going to tell you now. Check this out. Check this out. Little mash dispenser hangs on the wall. Pretty awesome. Got myself some more hinges. This is my favorite find. Check this out. Plugged her in. Got brand new jigsaw. I know y'all hear mine screeching and hollering, and the plate just crazy. Anyway, $10, great deal. So, challenge is on. She's going down. Oh yeah, meanwhile, I'm just gonna go ahead and finish this jelly cabinet that we're working on. Remember that pie cabinet, garden cabinet, whatever you wanna call it. Where we're at with this. Up top done, I was thinking about either split doors, bifold doors, or one single door. I really like the split doors, but if I do that, then I want to make each panel a little bit, and then you only have like 5.5, 6 inches to, yeah. Ergonomically, that doesn't make sense. I'm gonna go ahead and just put one solid door on there. Great talk, thanks. See, all we need to do is just talk that through. Get some shelves in there, put the back on, top on it. Obviously, a paint job will be good to go.
Hi everybody. Today we are staining wood, which means that we're just painting it that way it looks kind of more of a older piece of wood. So today I'm just kind of painting it, being careful, and making it look like it's old, mostly. But today...
Whoa! Are you staining in your clothes?
No. This is an apron.
Uh-huh.
Okay, gotta go, Warren's here. This is where we're at with the garden cabinet we're working on. Haven't decided on exactly what I'm going to do with the shelf top yet. But I'll probably look something like that with that profile. There's the doors, primary colors. We're going to do that. She's going to do something special on the door there. And then I'm going to add these spindles to there for decorative outcome. So it'll be on there, something like that, for a nice accent piece. My favorite part, you know, we gotta cut it down the middle first, make half it, which is always fun. Isn't that cool? There it is. There is her $10 Tuesday flip, I'm guessing. I don't know, that's what she was working on. Looks really cool. Great job on that. We did get some other cool finds over the weekend. Over the week, I guess I would say. Definitely got some plans for that. And she has where is it? Oh yeah, ignore the background noise. Got this nice little piece here that she's already showed me some plans for that, what she's gonna do. Pretty excited for that, can't wait for that to happen. So I went ahead and got those spindles cut in half I was talking about. I actually went ahead and did 3 of them so I'd have some nice spare parts for something else I'm going to work on later. And you didn't miss nothing basically. You've seen me do it before. All I do is just put it on the table saw. Slice it right down the middle. What I'm going to get done now with this cabinet is I cut the top and I cut 3 shelves. I'm not sure if I want to do 2 or 3. I think I talked about that already. I don't know. What do you think? I guess it all depends on what we're using it for. But I'm going to go ahead and get 3 of them sanded and stained. And then maybe I'll go ahead and put 2 in there and make the 3rd one optional or make it removable. That way they can, whoever the end user gets it, decide for themselves. At least they'll have that option. Leave it in or out. You know, some people might want to use it for like cereal boxes or dishes or something like that and might need that extra room. Who knows? That's where we're at with this. I'm going to get these stained. A little more sanding on there. Put a 2nd coat of paint on that. And then we'll get this wrapped up. I do have to get another back because the one that I had, I routed this in. I didn't even route it, I just used the table saw. Recess this in. And my Luan that I was going to put on the back of that was a certain width. And that's what I cut it for. But then when I built the cabinet, I changed my mind on how wide I wanted it. Forgot about that I already had a back cut for it. So I will be actually having to spend a little money on this piece because I don't have a back. I do like beadboard. I don't know if I've showed you anything with the beadboard back before. It's a little more expensive. It's 3/8 inch, so then I'd have to route it some more. Can't do that either. I'm gonna have to go with a 1/4 inch Luan, but that's okay. So real quick, so you get a quick idea of what it looks like before I go home tonight. So this is pretty much it. I mean, I don't have everything connected on there, but I've got the shelves in, door, like good spaces between there. And then of course I gotta get the back put on, and the handle on here. That'll finish that up. But like I said, I gotta go ahead and get this video edited and posted. And it's getting late tonight, so I'll probably do that early tomorrow morning. And then the only difference is you're gonna, like I said, you're gonna come on. I'm gonna put a couple hinges on here, handle over here, maybe a door latch. I don't know yet. Depends on how good it looks at the time. And then we'll move on to the next one.